So guys, this was the moment a senator raised alarm on how the Southeast region is being omitted in critical projects. I mean, projects that other states are being carried along. Guess what? The Southeast is being left behind. The Southeast is not, being included. I'm just going to allow you to take a look at this short clip. Take a look at this.
So when will Southeast even have lion's share in any particular project? Mr. President, if this is an omission, it is an expensive omission.
Also, 3 months ago, another lawmaker raised similar alarm in another project where the Southeast was also omitted. I'm also going to allow you to take a look at this short clip. Now listen to this.
Mr. Speaker, I'm from a zone, and none of the Southeast and other zones are captured in this particular place. And this is a national budget. We have to look at it critically.
So guys, you have seen, this is what we are saying about marginalization. And I think it is time for us to start agreeing to what some of the things people say on the social media. Like recently, somebody tweeted a tweet and he said the Southeast is always omitted in critical things. I mean, now let me read out what that person wrote. Someone tweeted on Twitter and said, student loan, Southeast omitted. JAM, failed Southeast. Seaport, none in Southeast. NNPC, Federal Inland Revenue Service. Custom, none from Southeast. International airport, none in Southeast. Military checkpoints everywhere in the Southeast. When they cry, you call them IPOB. So you can see that at different occasions, the Southeast was omitted in some of the projects being carried across the nation. They will just, pick out the Southeast and just keep them by the side and focus on other projects, and focus on other regions, just like we've seen them targeting the Southeast in JAM. So guys, this thing is real. This hatred is real. Targeting the Southeast is real, and that is why we are raising this alarm. We are raising this alarm because we said we have a southern president. If it was to be a northern, I would say yes, it's because it's a northern. Now all these things are happening before Tinubu, and recently Omai, the former governor of Ebonyi State, came out to say that all the southeastern leaders are going to be supporting Tinubu for 2027. You ask me on what basis? With all the omissions, see Tinubu's cabinet, how many southeastern people are there and what positions are they holding? Anyway, guys, I'm just going to allow you to take a look at these two clips. Take your time. Watch this video to see what the Southeast is going through on the Senate floor. It is there, and also even among the National Assembly representatives. Just take your time, watch this video, and let me know your honest reaction in the comment section below. Now take a look.
So when will Southeast even have lion's share in any particular project? Mr. President, if this is an omission, it is an expensive omission. The Southeast cannot continually to be treated the way Nigeria is treating the Southeast. Let me give you an instance. Out of the dams that were listed here on the Southeast, Ivo Dam was last funded about 12 years ago with a 5 billion naira spent on it, and it has been abandoned by Nigeria for the last 12 years. I had written 3 letters to the Ministry of Water Resources. We have done everything possible to see if they can bring up Ivo Dam, and here a zone is allocated 66 billion and the entire South is at 0. What kind of omission is that?
Mr. President, I think we should be very mindful of commenting on the infrastructure renewed hope project, because we should see it holistically. This is just a segment of the renewed hope agenda on the infrastructure. We have a road infrastructure, we have power infrastructure, we have let me learn, please. Yes. Mr. President, I have the floor, and let me.
You are protected.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. President. So, in doing this, we should consider what has been allocated in the other sectors. I'm not saying that the Southeast should be excluded. No. On the contrary, they should also be included, but we have to bear in mind what the whole infrastructure project are all about. Development of the whole country, irrespective of the state and zone.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So, of recent, there was a release of over 1.3 trillion naira. And the Southwest had the lion's share. And I believe if you go deep into it, if you check the ministry's budget, you will see some balancing. And this thing is just being released gradually.
Thank you for the guidance.
So we shouldn't jump into conclusions.
Thank you for the guidance.
We shouldn't just jump into conclusions.
Thank you,
that
Mr.
is
President.
Imbalance, that is sidelining. Rather, we should wait till we get the true picture. Thank you very much.
I'll be brief. From what, with due respect to Senator Lero, who said lion's share to the Southwest, when will Southeast even have lion's share in any particular project? Mr. President, if this is an omission, it is an expensive omission. The Southeast cannot continually to be treated the way Nigeria is treating the Southeast. Let me give you an instance. Out of the dams that were listed here on the Southeast, Ivo Dam was last funded about 12 years ago with a 5 billion naira spent on it, and it has been abandoned by Nigeria for the last 12 years. I had written 3 letters to the Ministry of Water Resources. We have done everything possible to see if they can bring up Ivo Dam. And here, a zone is allocated 66 billion, and the entire South is at 0. What kind of omission is that, Mr. President?
Thank you.
We should be treated better than this, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Senator...
Mr. President,
Senator Aliyu,
my dear colleagues, Mr. President, a very ordinary person. Mr. President, in support of what Alero has just observed, I want to also point out that look at the prayer of the move of this motion, asking for 380 billion, which is bigger put together than all other applications and all sorts. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Let's be guided by common sense and reasoning. Thank you. I do also.
Senator...
Mr. President, I just want to talk generally. You see, this is a very good issue. That's pointing out something that's going on. Many of us have been crying of marginalization. Many of us have cried on several issues where North completely was neglected. And I'm sure this may not be the end. Mr. President, no, I want you to hear this story. You are the policy makers. I want to draw the attention of the makers of the Renewed Hope agenda. I want them to bear in mind that every part of this country is part of Nigeria, and every part of this country deserves infrastructural development. It is not wise in allocating resources to sometimes over-allocate to one zone at the expense of other zones. Here on this floor, I talk about the way Northeast was completely neglected in terms of road infrastructure, where trillions are being spent on some section of the country, no cover is being spent in the Northeast. We said it. We also raised the issue of agriculture, where money was being allocated to some zones, and our zone was not there. So, Mr. President is for Nigeria, and it's for other Nigerians. The makers of this Hope agenda should be advised to bear in mind the diversity and the necessity to cover every section of this country in allocated resources. It's not only this one. There are so many areas, and that if we want to go through one by one, we will continue to debate. So I think there's general need for them to review their position and ensure that every part of this country, whether southeast, southwest, south, northeast, we all need development, and we need to be allocated adequately and fairly and equitably in whatever they do. That's my comment. Thank you.
Thank you. I have just issue is something that can be dealt with administratively. I told him that we can call the minister, talk to him, or the DG budget, that there's an omission here, and that will be corrected. Because as human beings, we cannot be perfect all the time. It could be a genuine omission, right? So, and it is on that premise that the leader just approached me now. We've taken it upon ourselves, the leadership will interface with the relevant, office of the executive arm of the government, so that we can resolve this issue. It's not something, it's our government. And we have a president that listens to, the plight of his people. We have never gone to him to ask for anything of this kind of thing. This kind of thing without, getting resolved immediately. Somebody who listens. And even the ministers, they always listen. Whatever we bring to them that are in the interest of the nation, they listen and get that done. So let us not over debate this matter. We have just consulted. We'll, go ahead and meet the relevant office to sort out this matter. What we need is result, to see that there's equity in the distribution of the wealth of this country. And we know the government is doing very much in respect to that. So please, let's not overflow this issue. Leader, can you just wait 1 or 2 words so that we get this in line with what is discussed with you right now, so that we can move ahead?
Well, thank you, Mr. President, and we heard ourselves very clearly and very loudly as well. And I believe it's an issue that can be debated all day, because in every geopolitical zone that you turn to, there will be one issue or the other that they would have wished were handled differently. My own humble appeal to our colleagues, and by way of also a motion, is to say that we step down further consideration of this motion to allow time for the leadership of this Senate to interface with the Honorable Minister of Water Resources. Luckily, the mover of this motion, Distinguished Senator Engineer Kenneth Emeka Eze, is the one coordinating for us right now the Senate Committee on Water Resources. So he's the Deputy Chairman, and as far as I'm concerned, we also work with him and his committee in interfacing with the Federal Ministry of Water Resources, and then we'll revert back to this House. I so move.
So you move for the. So yeah, those in favor of the motion moved by the leader in order to resolve this issue amicably and the best manner possible, that this motion be stood down. Those in favor, and seconded by the minority leader. Those in favor, please say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Leader of Senate.
Mr. Speaker, I'm from a zone, and none of the southeast and other zones are captured in this particular place. And this is a national budget. We have to look at it critically. Mr. Speaker, I want to bring the attention of the House in this item 281, Light Rail, Kanu, Ogun, Lagos. Mr. Speaker, I'm from a zone, and none of the southeast and other zones are captured in this particular place. And this is a national budget. We have to look at it critically. It's not for a particular state, Mr. Speaker. A southeast need to be included. That is my point of order, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable, your observation. I am sure in the course of the year there might be...
Mr. Speaker, no under time. It is now. Let us do it now. Mr. Speaker, observation.
They are already ongoing now.
Yours is noted, Honorable, and will bring it to the attention of Mr. President.
Order.
In the near future, will ensure that that balancing is done, okay? Please, let's make progress.
Order, please. Order, please.
Border communities infrastructure carried. Military barracks accommodation carried. Military
Effect has already overtaken it.
Total capital supplementation carried. Total capital
Observation, Mr. Speaker. South for the rail. South. Decorum, please. My highly esteemed colleagues, decorum, please. Let's maintain some kind of decorum, please.
Order, please. When I'm talking, you are not supposed to also be talking. You can only raise your voice and expect to be recognized. But it's not good when we are talking, you are also talking. It's very dishonorable to us. Please. I have made my own statement or remark concerning that particular observation. And what I said is that we would bring this to the attention of Mr. President. Likely there may be another, supplementary within the year. If that kind of opportunity unfolds, we will make sure that this request is channeled. Okay?
Another observation, sir.
Thank you very much. What observation?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's still on item 282, light rails. I think it didn't indicate anything, so it's an observation.
Pardon?
Something has been omitted. 282.
Which one is that? 280?
No, 282. Light rails.
Light rails.
So no location, nothing. So
Pardon?
no location, no designation, just light rails.
Light rail is a...
But all of them has money. Even that point has money again. Look at it.
It's a mistake.
But
all the ones under that one are the light rail provisions.
Look at it there. Okay.
The ones under it are the provisions, okay? Thank you.
Observation, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, observation, please.
Revert back to plenary.
Observation.
To report progress.
Mr. Speaker, observation, please. My observation has to do with 267, Nigeria Intelligence Agency, NIA.
267.
267, sir. 267.
After this, we will not consider any other.
No. We are not. 267, sir.
Let me just give him the benefit. What is the problem?
Yes, the problem is the amount allocated for an hospital.
Pardon?
Amount allocated for an hospital for an agency. Well, no, it doesn't make sense, sir. For us to for the budget to appropriate 238 billion for an hospital for an agency, when we allocated 137 billion for renewable power state.
If you have that observation before we reach that number,
yes,
you should have raised.
I have the same observation, sir. You didn't listen to us.
But we have already hit the gavel. And that
very
means
wrong,
the House has taken a position on it.
It's okay.
So sorry about it, please.
You omitted 277, which is the recapitalization of bank industry. And also to remind Mr. Speaker,
we omitted.
you didn't call it, yes, sir. You didn't mention it.
You didn't mention it.
And equally to lend my voice, Mr. Speaker, the exclusion of the Southeast in the rail and roads from that infrastructure, Mr. Speaker, is one about fairness and one with historical implications for unity and development of Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, I'm taking you by your words that maybe by the supplementary budget, the Southeast will be fully captured in the roads and rail infrastructures.
Yeah.
And any other zone that is excluded, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.
Observe for an extensive and very dexterous work performance in going through the budget. Having concluded that assignment, I rise to move that the House do revert to plenary to get a report on the Committee of Supply from Mr. Speaker. I so move.
My dear colleagues, I second the motion that the House do revert back to plenary to report progress. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. House has resolved back to plenary. Thank you. I consider the report of the Committee on Appropriations on a bill for an act to authorize the issue from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the Federation the total sum of 54,990,992,000 165,355,396 naira only, of which 3,645,358,925 naira only is for statutory transfers, while 14,689,548 naira only is for debt service. The sum of 13,664,9,682,673 naira only is for recurrent non-debt expenditure, while the sum of 23,963,251,624,250 naira only is for contribution to the Development Fund for the capital expenditure for the year ending 31st December 2025. And in so doing, approved clauses 1 to 13, the schedules as amended, explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill. Leader of the House, can you move that the House adopt the report of this Committee of Supply?
Mr. Adopt the report from the Committee of Supply as efficiently and effectively rendered by Mr. Speaker. I so move.
The Minority Leader, please can you second?
The motion that the House do adopt the report as a working document of the Assembly, I so second.
Those in motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
5,761,358,925 naira only is for statutory transfers. 14,317,142,689,548 naira $588 naira 14,317,142,689,548 naira only is for debt service.
13,64,9,682,000. Order, silence please.
Is for the current non-debt expenditure, while the sum of 23,251,624,250 naira only is for contribution to the development of fund for capital expenditure for the year ending on the 31st December 2025. Third reading.
Be read for the third time and passed. Leader, can you move for the House to suspend its relevant rules again to adopt the votes and proceedings of today?
I rise to move that the House will suspend the relevant sections of our rules to enable us to adopt the votes and proceedings of the consideration process today. I so move.
Minority Leader, those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. The Minority Caucus is still reminding us about the meeting of all minority parties that is supposed to take place immediately after plenary. So please advise from here to move to conference room 028. That's the temporary chamber for that meeting. Announcer, Minority Leader.
As you know, the United States government has withdrawn its support for some countries in terms of providing health support, and Nigeria is among them. So the president proactively requested additional of $200 million, which is about 300 billion, to cater that health sectors for the people who have that challenge of tuberculosis, HIV, malaria, and polio. And also the executive proposals, detailed estimate, and the bill is deeper with about 340 billion. So if you add it to give you like 640 billion. And also we have some genuine requests from some agencies like INEC, NFIU, DSS, and other stuff. So that's what to make it 700 billion additional.
Okay, and again, capital expenditure, we have 2 trillion naira plus. What are the projects that is going to?
There are some critical projects, such as rail projects, road infrastructures, agriculture, as well as education. So that's where the money will go.
So what about funding the budget?
Yeah,
Can you speak?
yeah, definitely. As before we increased the budget, we had a meeting with the Ministry of Finance, Nigerian Customs Service, FRS, and they have confirmed to us that they will be able to come up with enough funding to for the budget.
It's okay.
So guys, you can see it is becoming clearer that when people say that the Southeast is being marginalized, it is no joke. It is no joke. Like today, we've seen how the federal government lawyers are playing with Nnamdi Kanu's case, to the point that the judge had to reprimand them. The judge had to tell them, see, you guys should stop playing this politics. You say you have witnesses, you can't bring them forward. You bring witnesses, they are not ready for cross-examination. You can't be taking this case backward because it's the Southeast. They can't dare it if Nnamdi Kanu was to come from the North. If the trial was a trial of anybody from the North, even if it's a Boko Haram members, the federal government will become very cautious because it has to do with the North. But the South is, who do we have that speaks for us? We don't have leaders that speak for us. We don't have anybody talking on our behalf. And that is why the Southeasterners are being taken for granted. You can imagine anytime they have critical project that the federal government wants to sponsor, the Southeast will be omitted. I mean, the Southeast will be omitted. On what basis? I don't know. On what basis? Would they just keep omitting the Southeasterners because, there is nobody to speak for? Anyway, guys, you can see that when I say we don't have leaders, it's just because of all these things. Because people like Omaidem are running around Tinubu, telling him he's the best, without telling him the challenges the Southeasterners are facing. You can imagine projects being awarded. Some of this money are being brought into the country, then they will be used for projects, and then the Southeasterners will be removed. The Southeasterners are the people who contribute to the wealth of this country because they own businesses, they pay taxes. They are the ones that go into undeveloped areas, underdeveloped areas, and begin to develop them, build houses. The Southeasterners are supposed to be given the forefront seats in this country if Nigeria was to be working. But that's not what we are seeing. We are living in a country where the people who contribute the most are being trampled upon because they are from the Southeast. Like you've seen them targeting even children, innocent children, by failing them in charm. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.